Hare Krishna. Herzlich willkommen zum Sonntagsfest. Is anybody not understanding German? Valentina? I don't understand. Yes. So then the language will be in German. Versteht jemand kein Englisch? Du verstehst Englisch auch? Ja? Bisschen. Bisschen. Olga. Die andere Olga. Geht. So, ist 1:1. Was machen wir? Englisch oder Deutsch? Wie ich will. Okay, dann sprechen wir auf Englisch. Mukam karoti vachalang pangung langayate girinyat kripatangam vande Shri Gurun dinataranam Umayyanati virandasya gyananjana shalakaya chakshurun minitangina tasmai Shri Gurave namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare English is here. Yes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The topic today has been given as a habit here in Golokadam. We have a monthly topic. The topic is relevance of Krishna's appearance in our life. So, die Bedeutung von Krishnas Erscheinen in unserem Leben. And we are in a very auspicious month, in a very special month or period of time where we have actually three appearances of wonderful supreme personalities in different forms, one after the other. And we are going to hear something about their appearance, but in specific about the importance for us of these festivals. What we can take out of these festivals for us. Was können wir von diesen Festen für uns mitnehmen? And therefore I chose one verse from Bhagavatam, 1st canto, 6th chapter, text 33. The verse is Bragayata sva viryani tirta pada priyashravam auta iva me shigram darshanam yati chetasi. And a translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And his purport. The Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, whose glories and activities are pleasing to hear, at once appears on the seat of my heart as if called for as soon as I begin to chant his holy activities. Purport. The absolute personality of Godhead is non-different from his transcendental name, form, pastimes, and the sound vibrations thereof. As soon as a pure devotee engages himself in the pure devotional service of hearing, chanting, and remembering the name, fame, and activities of the Lord, at once he becomes visible to the transcendental eyes of the pure devotee by reflecting himself on the mirror of the heart, by spiritual television. Therefore, a pure devotee who is related with the Lord in loving transcendental service can experience the presence of the Lord at every moment. It is a natural psychology in every individual case that a person likes to hear and enjoy his personal glories enumerated by others. That is a natural instinct, and the Lord, being also an individual personality like others, is not an exception to this psychology, because psychological characteristics visible in the individual souls are but reflections of the same psychology in the Absolute Lord. The only difference is that the Lord is the greatest personality of all and absolute in all his affairs. If therefore the Lord is attracted by the pure devotees chanting of his glories, there is nothing astonishing. Since he is absolute, he can appear himself in the picture of his glorification, the two things being identical. Srila Narada chants the glorification of the Lord not for his personal benefit, but because the glorifications are identical with the Lord. Narada Muni penetrates into the presence of the Lord by the transcendental chanting. So, we hear how the Lord appears, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, whose glories and activities are pleasing to hear, at once appears on the seat of my heart, as if called for, as soon as I begin to chant his holy activities. So, we are just a few days after Balaram's appearance day. It was last week, 1.5 weeks ago. No. It was just half a week ago. It was just half a week ago. Yes, on Thursday, Purnima. Balaram is Krishna's elder brother, and he had a task to appear. His task was to set the scene, to prepare the ground, to clean the heart of Mother Devaki, so that Krishna could manifest in the heart. Balaram, as we know, is the one who knows best how to serve Krishna. There is the story where the Brijbasis were offering a huge amount of preparations to Giriraj, and Giriraj was consuming everything, and in the end he was calling out, Anyor, Anyor, give me more, give me more. he was not satisfied yet, although he had, it is described, the 5-kilometer long offering table of rice and dal and sabjis and different sweets. And it was not satisfying him. He wanted to have more. So the Brijbasis cooked more, offered it again to Giriraj. And Giriraj again said, give me more, Anyor. But there was no food and no boga anymore left in the court, in the go-downs of the Brijbasi houses. So what they did, they called Balaram, said, you are Krishna's brother. You know best how to please Krishna. So you do something. And what did Balaram do? He took one tulsi leaf and he gave it to Giriraj. And Giriraj was fully satisfied. So from Balaram we can learn how to please Krishna. And Balaram is called also the Adhara Shakti, the energy which is accommodating, which is providing everything what Krishna needs for his pastimes. His flute is an expansion of Lord Balaram. The Dham, where the Leelas are manifested, is an expansion of Lord Balaram. The cowherd boys are expansion of Lord Balaram. So Balaram is in this seva bhav. His only intention is to serve Krishna. He is in potency non-different from Krishna, but he is the one who comes to serve the Lord, to show us how we best please Krishna. So in this sense, he came first in the womb of Mother Devaki and removed all the undesired things in the heart. There was lust, greed, envy, illusion, ignorance. Actually, the 6 children what Mother Devaki gave birth to represented these 6 anarthas in the heart. These 6 qualities which we don't like, which are not helpful for the development of our spiritual practice. And Balaram came to clean the heart, to create a lotus and a holy dham in the heart of Mother Devaki. But then after 3 months of pregnancy, Mother Devaki was pregnant for 3 months, and Krishna understood, if Balaram is now, or after 9 months of pregnancy, going to take birth there in the prison of Kamsa, he will kill Kamsa. This is a problem. Then the whole Braj Leela cannot take place. If Kamsa is dead, then no demons come to Braj, and then the whole taste is gone. Yes, one has to write this history completely in a different way. So what Krishna did, he transferred Balaram after 3 months of pregnancy from the womb of Mother Devaki into the womb of Mother Rohini. Rohini is also a wife of Vasudeva. And Vasudeva sent Rohini to Gokul before Kamsa imprisoned Mother Devaki and Vasudeva. So she was safe there. And she got pregnant all of a sudden with a 3 months old pregnancy. And she gave birth after 9 months to Balaram in Gokul. And Mother Devaki, she had a miscarriage. And then the womb was prepared, Krishna could come. We heard once from Dinabandhu Prabhu that actually Krishna appears only out of one reason. Who knows that? It's only one reason why Krishna appears. What?
Love and devotion.
Love and devotion, yes. He is also setting the scene. Now, he is, in his part, just giving us remembrance that 2 weeks later, Srimati Radharani will manifest. After Krishna is born, 2 weeks later, Srimati Radharani is born. Actually, she is in the spiritual world a little younger. It took a little more time between the two of them. But here we are celebrating Radhashtami 2 weeks after Janmashtami. So Dinabandhu Prabhu, he said, actually we are celebrating Janmashtami only because Krishna gives us a remembrance that after 2 weeks Radharani is born. So first we have Balaram as the original spiritual master who comes to clear the scene, who prepare the place for Krishna's appearance. Then we have Krishna's appearance day, which is celebrated in a few days. And after 2 weeks, we will celebrate again Srimati Radharani's appearance. And Srimati Radharani is the one personality who has the highest form possible of devotion for Krishna. From her we can learn what real devotion means. And so we have this sequence, a very intense period of time for us as practicing devotees. What we do with these appearances, how do we attend these festivals to take the best out of it? As we hear here, when pure devotees sing the glories of the Lord, immediately the Lord appears in the heart. Prabhupada even, he says, there is a transcendental television. In our heart is a place. The Master often says, there is a hole in our heart which has to be filled with Krishna. So this place is there, and in a very intense way we have appearance day after appearance day, and one is more important than the other. So for us, this is an important period of time where we can pray. First to Balaram, please Balaram, appear also in my heart, purify my heart, so that Krishna can come and manifest his pastimes there. And then also that Srimati Radharani may manifest, her lotus feet may manifest in my heart, so that we can learn how to serve and to please her. There is a story of one landlord from Bengal. His name is Lala Babu, or his name was Lala Babu. He was very wealthy and absorbed in worldly activities. One day he was carried on his palanquin alongside the Ganga, and he heard how a little girl told to his father, the father was there at the Ganga fishing, and the little girl told to him, Bella Holo, which means let us go home. And this sentence was enough for Lala Babu to understand that he has to change something in his life. What he did, he climbed out of his palanquin, he abandoned all his wealth, and he moved to Vrindavan. He became a devotee, just because of this one sentence. And with the wealth, what was left, he constructed a beautiful temple. It's a beautiful compound with a beautiful garden around. If you once have the chance to visit Vrindavan Dham, go to the temple of Lala Babu. You can just tell to the rickshawala, they will drive you there. A beautiful temple with Radha Krishna Chandra deities, which are very nicely worshipped there. And then one day, Krishna appeared to Lala Babu. And he told him, Lala Babu, there is one place where I want you to construct a temple for me. And Lala Babu was attentive, said, yes, my lord, where? Tell me. And Krishna said, this is in your heart. We can have festivals. It's wonderful to come here and celebrate with the devotees. It's enhancing our devotion, enlivening our chanting, giving taste to hear Krishna Katha. We will hear a lot of pastimes. That is wonderful. But if it remains external, it has not such an immense effect. It will be gone. When the festival is gone also, our heart will be like the feather of a duck, where the water is just purling off. Or of a lotus leaf, where the water is not entering. So, we just come from the celebration of Balaram's appearance. Still, this time is, his energy, his mercy is there, easily available. Let us take the time, let us take this opportunity to turn again in all seriousness and sincerity to Lord Balaram. To come and prepare our hearts, that we are ready for Krishna's appearance, which is in also just a few days. Next Friday we are celebrating Krishna Janmashtami. Let us make it for us an inner experience, a welcoming of Krishna in the heart. Here in the purport we hear that the pure devotees, they have like a television in their heart. They can just switch, just join the television scene, what is going on, and they are connected with the pastimes of the Lord. This is possible. Srila Prabhupada mentions it here. It is possible. But we have to do the work of praying sincerely for purification, for the mercy of the Lord to appear in our heart. These days are very helpful to go inside, to look in our hearts what is there, what is not so conducive for our spiritual practice, and to help, to call out for Balaram's help, so that one day also our hearts may become like the temple where Krishna likes to reside. It is written in a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur that when we chant attentively, the sound vibration is coming out of our mouth and we hear it. So the sound vibration is entering our ears and it goes down to our hearts and it purifies our heart. This is the power of the holy name. And when the heart is enough purified, then Vrindavan Dham is manifesting there. If all the pastimes what Radha and Krishna manifest. And the holy name takes us there to this holy Dham. Means Vrindavan is in our heart. When we chant attentively and pray attentively, then these things will happen. So these festivals are on one side a wonderful opportunity to have lots of association with Vaishnavas, senior Vaishnavas coming, attending the festival. This is highly essential for the progression of our devotional practice. It is said devotion is growing in the association of devotees, the association of Vaishnavas. So this is essential, but we should not forget to come also in a prayerful mood, not just to enjoy. It is a service, a devotional service, which we do in a prayerful mood, in a prayerful way, to pray, to ask, to beg for the Lord's mercy, to come and appear also in our hearts. This is a chance for us. We may take it, or we may wait another year until a next chance comes up. But we should not wait another year. We should take the chance now. We have still a few days. We can still prepare nicely. Pray to Balaram to purify our hearts more, so that when Krishna appears next Friday, that he not only appears on the altar, but that he appears also on the lotus of our hearts. And that 2 weeks later, that also Radharani is manifesting in our hearts. Her devotion, that our heart is flooded with Radharani's devotion. And that we are trying to become servants of Srimati Radharani. In that dedication and humility, what Srimati Radharani manifests in her service to the Supreme Lord. This is how we can take the best use of these important days for us. We think, what can we offer to the Lord, what pleases Him, and how can we prepare our hearts and our minds so that He is not only manifesting on the altar, but also manifesting in our hearts. And for this we can again approach Lord Balaram and ask for his mercy to purify our hearts more. Good. Thank you very much for your attention. Are there any questions or comments? Parivani?
Yes, it's very nice, thank you. I'm thinking of purification. How to deal with desires which are disturbing the atmosphere in the heart. It's constantly. So, is it necessary to artificially
suppress
it? Mm. Or can we wait that the thing goes out on Monday? What is better? But how to deal?
Tolerance. There is one sannyasi was once asked if he has also still some lust, and he said, yes, but I have no time to take care of that because I'm so busy with other services. So it's there, the desires might be there, these undesired desires might still be there, but we try to tolerate as good as we can. This is also Rupa Goswami's advice in Nectar of Instruction. We should tolerate these undesired urges which are there, because we are still in a human body with material conditionings, not yet pure souls, on the way, but not yet there. So tolerate what is there and don't take too much attention on it. Not suppressing. Suppressing is not a way to deal with it. It is like when you have a water tube in the garden and you stop the water to come out, it it will come out in a different place of the tube. There will a big pressure will accumulate in that tube, and all of a sudden it will break, and it's like a volcano breaking out. So this is not desired, and we should just not pay too much attention on it. This is one way to deal with it, and the other way is, as we heard on Balaram's appearance day from Mother Urmila, there are two demons which have been killed by Balaram. It's Pralambasura and Dhenukasura. And Pralambasura is the one demon who deals with material passion, with the desire for adoration and name, fame, lobam pratishta. So if these desires are in our heart, we turn to Balaram. We pray, please Balaram, we admit our condition, but we are calling out for help. And then Balaram will help us. And the other one is Dhenukasura. This is the manifestation of ignorance, of tamagun, of identifying ourselves with the body, with material consciousness. So if this problem is there with us, and to a certain extent we are all bound to that anartha, because as long as we are not pure devotees, we are partially identifying still with our body, at least with the mind. It might be easier to not so intensely identify with the body, but not to identify with the mind. This is highly difficult. So if we acknowledge this anartha in our heart, we humbly approach again Lord Balaram and ask him, please Balaram, help us. And in the form of the spiritual master, he will come and help us to overcome these anarthas. So, in one sense, we don't pay too much attention on it. We try to tolerate, go on in our service, and on the other side, we pray to Lord Balaram to please help us to come over these anarthas in the heart. Yeah? Hare Krishna. Any other comments or questions? Yes?
I have two questions and we can later. And first is, what's the difference between Balaram and Krishna? And the second question is, once I listened to Swami and he said that Radha is even supreme to Krishna, and I would like to know what you make out of that.
So what's the difference between Balaram and Krishna? Actually, Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Balaram is his first expansion. They are fully identical in potency. The only difference is in bodily color. Yeah? Balaram is whitish, Krishna is blackish. Only in Nandagram, they both are blackish. Then there is no difference at all. And they have a difference in their mission. Balaram is coming with the intention to serve Krishna. And Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. Yeah? Balaram actually, a unique feature in him is that he has all the 5 main rasas. Usually, a devotee of the Lord has one of the 5 main rasas. Means a relationship with the Lord in dasyaras, in an attitude of serving the Lord, in a relationship of shantaras, is the first, in a neutral relationship, or in a service relationship, dasyaras, or in a Sakya ras, in a friendly relationship, or in the Vatsalya ras, in a parental relationship, or in a Madhurya ras, in a loving relationship. A devotee usually has one of these 5 rasas, but Balaram has all the 5. Huh? So he is in all aspects the one who shows us how to please and how to serve Krishna. But he is non-different in his potentiality from Krishna himself. Then about Srimati Radharani being even superior to Krishna, in Tattva she is not. In Tattva, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everything emanates from him. Everything rests on him like pearls on a thread, as we hear in Bhagavad Gita. Sarva Karana Karanam, he is the source of all incarnations, of all, the origin of all, of everything. He is the Supreme Lord in Tattva, but in Lila, Radharani is higher. In Lila, Krishna even gets becomes the student of Srimati Radharani. We hear a little pastime of that in Chaitanya Charitamrita, where Srimati Radharani is teaching Krishna how to dance. Yeah? And Krishna, although he is almighty and the original Lord, there is something he doesn't know. Can you imagine? There is something Krishna doesn't know, although he is all-knowing. But he doesn't know the love of Srimati Radharani, the intensity of the love Radharani has for him. And he wants to experience that. Therefore he came as Lord Chaitanya. Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani to experience her devotion to him. So in that sense, you're right, Srimati Radharani is even to be seen as higher than Krishna in the Lila aspect. In Tattva, Krishna is higher. Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Krishna Janmashtami ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai.
Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki
Jai.